The phone vibrated against the marble counter as the lights of my new house flickered on. Warm, golden, perfect. Every corner gleamed like a promise I had built for myself, but the silence that followed was unbearable. No laughter, no footsteps, no family. Stared at the untouched cake on the dining table. Congratulations on your new home, written in neat frosting. The table was set for 12. Only one chair was pulled out, mine. I scrolled through my phone. 32 missed calls, none from them. Then a message appeared in the family group chat at the dealership. Look at her car. So proud of you, baby. My sister's smiling face lit up the screen framed by her brand new car. The same sister who once borrowed my shoes, my books, my future, and now my family's attention. I smiled, small, sharp. I poured myself a drink and whispered, perfect timing. The phone rang again. Dad? His voice was calm but heavy. We need to talk now. I took a slow sip before answering. I was wondering when you'd call. Back then I thought success would heal old wounds. I thought buying a home, a dream home, would make them see me differently. When I got the promotion, I called him first. Dad, I did it. He'd said, that's good, honey. But your sister just got engaged. Isn't that great? Even then, I laughed it off. I always did. I told myself, love doesn't have to be loud to be real. But love without acknowledgement is starvation, and I'd been starving for years. The shift began months ago, subtle, like the air changing before a storm. I noticed Dad had started calling her the responsible one. Mom stopped asking how my projects were going. At dinners, they spoke about her job, her travels, her perfect fiancé. When I told them I bought a house, there was silence. Then a distracted, that's nice. But that day when no one came, something inside me settled. Not broke, settled. I didn't cry, I didn't rage. I just knew what needed to be done. I started small. Every family decision, every financial matter, every thread of loyalty, they all led back to my father. He was the core. He controlled the flow of affection, attention, and inheritance. And so I decided to reroute the current. I invited him to be a cosigner on the house, told him it would help with taxes, make him part of my success. He signed the papers without reading. He always trusted me with details. What he didn't know was that the papers didn't make him co-owner. They transferred one of his long-held investments quietly, legally into my name. An account my mother didn't even know existed, the one he'd been building for the family's future. It took weeks to prepare everything, months to act without suspicion. Meanwhile, I made sure my sister's engagement photos looked flawless. I even offered to help plan the wedding. She hugged me and said, "You've changed. You're softer now." She had no idea how soft a knife feels before it cuts. So, when the call came, Dad's voice cracking through the receiver, trembling between anger and disbelief, I simply leaned against the counter and listened. "What did you do?" he demanded. I could hear papers shuffling, drawers opening. "The account, it's gone." "Your name? Mine?" I said quietly. "It's mine now. Do you have any idea what you've done?" His voice rose, panic now replacing authority. "Yes," I said. "For the first time, I took what I built, what I earned. You never saw me as your equal, so I stopped asking for permission." He exhaled, heavy and stunned. "Your sister, she'll be fine," I interrupted. "She always is. You'll all be fine. You betrayed me." The words landed like a confession he didn't mean to give. I smiled. "No, Dad, I learned from you." I walked to the window then, watching the city lights reflect off the glass walls of my new home. My home. The one no one cared to see. He muttered something about fixing it, lawyers, family, forgiveness. But I had already stopped listening. "I invited you all tonight," I said softly, "to show you what I built. You chose to celebrate someone else's toy instead of my foundation. Maybe now you'll remember what really matters." "Is this revenge?" he asked. "No," I whispered. "It's balance." Then I hung up. An hour later, messages started flooding in. Mom's apologies, my sister's confusion, Dad's silence. But I didn't respond. Instead, I lit a single candle in the center of that empty table and sat down to eat, alone, calm, free. I thought about every time I had tried to earn their love, every time I was told to wait my turn to be proud from the sidelines. That night, I stopped waiting because sometimes revenge isn't fire, it's silence. It's the click of a pen signing what was always yours. And as I looked around the house, the walls I built with my own hands, the echoes that finally belonged to me, I realized something profound. I didn't need them to see me. They just needed to feel what it was like when I stopped being invisible. When Dad finally called again, days I bought my dream house and invited,